Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to another Genshin Impact video. And let's talk about the Labyrinth Warriors event a bit more in regards to, is it easy, is it hard, why is it so difficult, if it is difficult at all, and the general problems that I've been getting in a few comments here and there. People are just saying how their experiences are going in the actual domains here. And so I'm gonna preface this by saying that I personally enjoy it still as a level AR, 57 person, a bunch of characters at level 90, all that good stuff, very strong teams. I'm having a pretty easy time and a pretty good time, and I personally still like the event. But miHoYo has made a bit of a mistake here. So for those who aren't quite AR 55 where you can actually get your characters to 90, so if you're anything below that, or even if you're below AR 45, your characters aren't going to be up to par with the actual level of the event. What do I mean by that? Well, if you're below AR 55, you can't get your characters to level 90, and if you're below 45, you can't get your characters to 80. And if we look at the level requirement of the actual domains here, the first one is 85. So even if you aren't even 55, your level isn't on par with the recommended for the domain. So this event is pretty much almost 100% catered to AR 55 players and above, but I will give miHoYo the benefit of the doubt is that if you are AR 45 and you can get your characters to 80 with a bit of good team composition and a bit of artifact min-maxing, you can actually do these domains pretty easily. A 10 level kind of difference isn't too big of a deal. But from a few comments here and there, I've seen that some people are AR, around the 45 to 30 region, and they've got characters that are level 70, 60, some of them 80, and attempting this domain, and they're really struggling, specifically with the Brutal Divergence. Now that's a bit of a problem because the event, it's an event, everyone should be able to participate in it and kind of get stuff from it, but because of the level requirement, people are struggling to do the event and not being able to get all the rewards. Now there's two sides of the coin here, right? So the negative side, or the kind of more to the player side, is that every player should be able to do the event, and I feel the way miHoYo should have made the event is that the event actually scales off of your world tier instead of it just being a flat 85, 88, 88, 90, 90, right? So for instance, if you are AR 55 and you got world tier 8, then these are the levels of all the domains. But if you're one world tier lower, then it drops down to, let's say, 75 here, and then the highest being 80 or 85 or something like that, and so on and so forth, going down to the adventure rank that this event is available at, or whatever. I don't know when you actually get unlocked events. And see, that is the answer to support the players in a sense of giving them the option of playing the event and giving them a good scale, or a good rise in difficulty depending on where they are in the game. But the other side of the coin is that it is very easy to get higher and higher in adventure rank. In my honest opinion, I've started playing a third account now for about a week. I haven't done any quests and I'm already adventure rank like 22, so I'm pretty much on my way there. And then as well as just, if you've been playing for an extensive amount of time in Genshin Impact, like let's say even for like 6 months, you should be around the AR 50 range or AR 55-ish range. And then on top of that, if you haven't been playing for a long time, there shouldn't be really any expectations of maximum rewards because you haven't been here since the beginning. And that is obviously the other negative side, not really catering towards the players. And I kind of don't know where I stand on that. I do believe that the more time you put into something, the more privileges, I guess, in a sense, not actual privileges, but more kind of things you should be getting if you put in more time. But then I do feel that involvement with all players and player participation is key to a game growing. For this event specifically though, I think miHoYo should have done it in the way that support the players by just having it scaled depending on your world tier, because the event doesn't actually have a co-op mode. Or at least I don't believe it does. I don't actually know if this one does. I don't believe it does. And so they should have just had it scale off of your world tier, just so everyone can be involved, and then when this is added to the permanent part of the game, it can scale just at a solid rate, and you have to go in there at a certain requirement of, let's say, adventure rank 55 or 50 or whatever it is. But going on with the event, going into the next reset of this, which is going to be tomorrow morning, and when this releases, my guides are going to be formulated, or I should not call it a guide, my full clears that I'm going to be uploading of all these. They're not going to be changing much, but I will try to kind of accommodate and explain my run as I'm going, just explaining what the enemies are doing, how I'm kind of combating them, and why I chose certain characters on my team, for what purposes, and what are they doing on the team. I'll try to do that in the future runs that I do, just for the people who are struggling a bit on all the challenges here, starting with tomorrow, the Vengeful Wood. Now going on to like why I don't think this event matters too much, in a sense of if you can't actually do all the runs, you're not going to be missing out on a lot. I just want to say that really quickly, is that you're not actually missing out on anything. If you're able to do the first domain here, the Ominous Demesne, whatever that word is, I still can't pronounce it. If you've done this one, that is pretty much all you need to do. And I'm gonna be real, if you didn't spend your tokens, then only spend your tokens on a crown and then buy anything else you want. That's what I recommend you buy. Buy a crown and then buy whichever crystals you want. That's it. The crown is the most important thing because it's a time-gated piece that boosts your character's damage a lot. So don't bother buying all of these if you can't get the second or third or fourth or fifth run done. And obviously, if you can't get a lot of them done, then these won't really be available to you because you only get a certain amount of currency. But if you buy the crown, you're going to be well off. Xinyan doesn't matter as a character, so don't really worry about getting her. Whilst I think she's a cool character, she's practically useless in any combat situation, and I just wouldn't recommend getting her anyway. So don't be too bummed about not getting this and not getting any of these other stuff here. It's just a handful of primos and talent materials. Obviously, you're still missing out on something, but it's nothing phenomenal. It's no limited time things. It's no collectibles. It's nothing like that. So just get yourselves the crown, and then if you can't do the event, obviously give it an attempt, but obviously whatever. But that's my take on the event now that I've had a bit of a feedback from the community, and I've also kind of listened to a few videos here and there. That's my take on the event now, is that it hasn't been catered towards all the players, though that's not necessarily what I believe, but I thought I'd just outline that and kind of voice a perspective. But that's the video, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button and also hit that subscribe button to support me. And also comment down below, what did you think of the event? Are you struggling? Are you having an easy time? What is your opinion on the event so far in its release, now pretty much at the halfway point? Thanks so much for watching, you guys. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.